All right, let's just get to it. It is now completely official from mainstream media sources. It's been confirmed. The Snyder Cut is a real thing and it will be coming out on HBO Max in 2021. There's still a lot of debate what format it will be, but yeah, the Snyder Cut is now real. It's official. They've got an agreement in place. Zack Snyder has confirmed. They've had negotiations. So some version of the Snyder Cut will finally make it onto HBO Max. Some of the actors have come back. Of course, there's special effects, but the basic message is the Snyder Cut is coming. Warner Brothers has made a deal. So official sources are now confirming what was only a rumor just a couple of days ago, whether or not it was going to happen. But the articles do reveal some interesting details. Apparently, it was going to come out a couple months ago that they were going to announce that it was coming out. But obviously the crisis made people a little bit hesitant and they had to have a few more meetings. But apparently any differences or any issues were, finally calmed down or they resolved it. And basically they just have to wait a little bit. And Zack was going to do something, with his Man of Steel viewing party. But this just finally came out just literally a couple hours ago. It's been reported in Variety and Hollywood Reporter. So the Snyder Cut is coming. Now, how much we're getting of his actual vision, we don't know, but clearly a lot of things that people were speculating, Superman in the black suit, Darkseid, right, his idea of apocalypse, his version, his dramatic ideas, a lot of it will happen because apparently the cut that's going to come out is going to be huge. It's going to be like 4 hours, 3 hours at least. So we're going to get a huge amount of the footage. And according to Zack, we only got like a quarter of the actual film that he made before Joss Whedon stepped in. And again, just put my cards on the table. I'm a big Joss Whedon fan, but yeah, it'll be interesting how this is going to be done going forward. I just assumed, like most people, they were going to do something with Flash and just wipe out the Justice League movie that Joss did and just try to move on from it. So it'll be interesting how this harmonizes with the rest of the DCEU, or this should be considered an alternate universe, or how this is going to work out. And ironically, apparently there was a parallel universe already in the film. If you kept up with Batman versus Superman and Man of Steel, there were already little hints about what he was going to do with Darkseid and Apocalypse, and apparently the idea of a kind of alternate universe was already there. We just didn't get to see the full picture. So a lot of things that were teased in Batman versus Superman apparently are finally going to get revealed in terms of the futuristic Flash, Batman having all those surrealistic visions, and where Superman would end up. Of course, I'm not going to spoil things, but we know certain things are going to happen very differently in terms of how they're going to defeat Steppenwolf and what Darkseid's plan is. So yeah, this is very exciting news on all fronts in terms of, even if you're not a big DCEU fan. And with Zack, I have to be honest, I'm not a complete fan of everything he did. But I think we all realize that it was not a good move to just get him out of the picture and basically hand it over so late and just try to scramble to get the thing released. Because whatever we want to say about Justice League, it has a lot of issues and it's pretty messy. So whether the Snyder Cut is a huge improvement, we can only speculate, but it definitely is hard to imagine it's going to be a lot worse than the film we have. And it'll be just interesting to see these characters he already cast and the ideas he had for it. Because again, Justice League just doesn't really hook up with Batman versus Superman or Man of Steel. So at least we're going to get a much more coherent, clean story from Snyder and what he intended to do with the characters. It may perhaps still be a little bit too dark for many people's tastes, but it'll definitely be a very interesting, creative experience. I'm really pumped for this, and I wish 2021 were to come, because this has really been a long time in the making, and I don't want to grandstand. I've really come very, very, very late to the party. I was interested in the Snyder Cut, but it was never part of the official movement, so I'd have to congratulate people like MadMax and other channels, much smaller channels, even than my channel, who have really been keeping this thing going for quite a long time, really holding up the banner. Even while more mainstream people like John Campea were basically denying that the Snyder Cut was even real. So it'll be interesting fallout for a lot of those channels in terms of them denying and denying for so long. But I think we need to give a lot of special congratulations to Jason Momoa. Although a lot of the actors were very supportive, Momoa, above all, has been very loyal to Zack and really wanted to get the Snyder Cut out there. So I think we need to give him a lot of special attention and praise. So yep, long story short, the Snyder Cut is coming, HBO Max 2021. Obviously, a lot more details are going to get revealed in the coming months, but it's happening. The Snyder Cut is, and apparently has been, real for some time. All right, this has been Popcult Analyzed on the Snyder Cut controversy. Popcult Analyzed. If you like the content, please hit the like button and or subscribe. Thank you for listening. Please be safe.